Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of my FM20 save with Rapid Bucuresti. Episode number 14 already, and we're starting out on the page of the youth candidates because the new youth intake has happened. So here it is. It's not too amazing, but it's not too bad as well. You've got two guys that I'm pretty happy with. The only downside is that they're both defensive mids, which we don't use, but we can always retrain them as a center mid. So here's the first one. Peter Avram, I think. As you can see, 17 years old. He has 5-star potential. His determination isn't too good, and neither is his personality, but still, we'll see what will come of him. As you can see, he's a defensive midfielder, but he can also be retrained as a center back. But with his height being only 178, I don't think I want to use him as a center back. But might be someone I want to use in the future as a center mid. But yeah, he's only 17, so I'm very curious to see how he's gonna progress. And the second guy is Mihai Filip, also 17-year-old. The same goes for him, a defensive mid, but can be retrained as a center mid. His personality and his determination aren't too good either, but again, we'll see. So yeah, this youth intake wasn't very good, and I'm not very happy with it. But it's only the first season. I mean, you can't have everything, right? So let's just hope for a better youth intake next year, or even better, let's hope that these guys will prove me wrong and turn out to be better than I think. So let's move on to the matches you've missed. It's only been 3, so it's gonna be it's not gonna take that long. The last match we met was this one against Arad. We drew 1-1. This was the last match before the split of the league. So let's take a look at the first match after the split. And what a match it was. As you may remember, we were on a pretty bad run of form at this point, so they took the lead in the 20th minute, 1-0. Only a few minutes later, only 3 minutes later to be exact, they doubled their lead, so they were leading 2-0 at this point. And again, 3 minutes later, I think, yet again 3 minutes later, they scored another goal and they made it 3-0, so I thought our chances were gone for this match, but only 1 minute after that, we scored the 3-1. So that gave me a little bit of hope. I thought, well, maybe we can get something from this game. But then, in the 40th minute, they scored again to make it 4-1. And again, I thought that this was the end of the match, that nothing was gonna happen anymore. But then in the second half, we completely turned it around. In the beginning, in the 53rd minute, Brighton Labo scored the 4-2. After that, in the 72nd minute, Bajan, our right back, instead of Wojciech, got the ball in the end here to Kasop, who scored the 4-3. And in injury time already, in the 92nd minute, Alami has the ball, gave it to Zemiarski, and our left back on loan had a beautiful goal in the top corner. To make it 4-4 in the end and still give us 1 point at least. I mean, I'm not happy with 1 point, especially against this team, but when you consider that we were trailing by 3 goals twice, it's something to be happy about that we made the comeback happen. But yeah, that was the first match. Let's move on to the second. And the second match wasn't any better. It was against Stoia Bucuresti. It was a 0-0 draw. We completely dominated the entire match in every aspect of the game, but we just could not get the goal. So yeah, that was disappointing to see. So only 1 point again, but at least we didn't lose, and we still got 1 point. So let's move on to the last match. And that match was this one against Dinamo Bucuresti. So we had 2 Bucuresti derbies after each other. Finally, we managed to get the win here. Brighton Labo, with a completely lucky goal, scored the 1-0, and for some reason it didn't show this goal. Here in the 55th minute, Dragikenu, back from his injury, has the ball, and they play it around pretty well, and Kasop puts in a banger in the top corner. So gave us the 2-0 win. Again, we completely dominated the match, but as very good to see that we managed to win the Bucuresti derby. I'm very happy with that, and also, of course, very happy with the 3 points. But the run of games wasn't very good, as you've seen. Also, in the last, let's see, in the last 8 matches, we've only managed to win two, sorry. So we do really have to improve on that. As you see, this brings us to 5th position, so outside of the European playoff places. I really do want to push for those places, but we have to play better, quite frankly. And we can start with that today against Vitorul. As you can see, they are in 4th, and if we win, we are in 3rd. So yeah, that's really something I want to achieve today. So let's see what team we're gonna put out to that. So in goal, Labrovic, right back Catrici, center back Malo, and Jakob, because Dano is injured. So that's the only change from our strongest 11. So we're very close to our strongest 11, so that's very good. So at left back, Brikayag, center mids, Pires and Kasab, attacking mids of Safer, Alami and Hidishtai, and then Brighton Labo at striker, of course. So that's gonna be the team. Let's see what the guys can do. I hope we can get the win. We are playing at home. We are playing against a team that we've beaten in the past, and they are playing very narrow, I can see. So maybe that's something we can exploit. Let's hope we can. Let's give the guys a good pep talk and let's kick off. Let's start the match. I really hope he can get the 3 points, and there's already a highlight in the 3rd minute. Pires has the ball, gives it to Alami, still on the right side of the field. Kasab brings it all the way back to Labrovic, who sees the space on the left hand side, but Brikayag, can he get past his opponent? He can. He gives the ball to Hilishtai in the left wing. Can he come up with a cross? He can, but it's a bad cross, and maybe Vitorul can counter now. Let's hope they can. Pires takes the ball again, and Labo loses it immediately after. So again, Vitorul in the attack. Well, I say in the attack, they're still in their own half because they're playing very defensively. But now they're playing it forward, and they're one-on-one with the keeper. And what a save by Labrovic. And Jakob gets it away further, and now it's our turn to counter again. Hilishtai has the ball. Can he give it to Labo? He can't. He plays it back to Jakob, who gives it to Kasab and then passes it to Hilishtai again. And that's the end of the highlight. So I am gonna tell the guys to focus down the wings, because, well, as you can see, they're playing extremely narrow. So I think that's something that we have to try to exploit at least. As of right now, we aren't playing very well, but neither are they. A highlight here, a free kick in the 21st minute, but the keeper catches it, and now Vitorul can counter again. He throws it short though, and their defense are playing it around very dangerously. Kyoben, who has the ball, gives it to the left wing to the Neuer. They're playing around, but they're not looking for the offense immediately. They are now, as I immediately as I say that, but luckily Labrovic saves it. And again, the end of the highlight. We haven't had a shot. We haven't had one single shot yet. Maybe now in the 31st minute, Catrici has a throw in. He throws it to Alami, who passes it to Safer. Gives it back to Catrici, but they lose it immediately again. Gita has the ball, gives it back to their keeper. And Caboose waits very patiently before he does anything with it, and then he gives it pass short. And they lose it from their goal kick. Kasab has the ball, gives it to Alami. Alami, can he score? He can't. His shot is blocked, sadly. Here another free kick for Vitorul, but Labrovic manages to catch it. Wow, it's hard to speak, right? Especially with that voice crack. So Safer has the ball here on the right side. Can he come up with a cross or maybe a pass? He can. Labo, shot blocked. So we are having some chances now, but nothing. I don't think we've had a single shot on target because every shot of us is blocked. Well, I'll say that we do have one shot on target because it's in the screen right now. Vitor with a chance, but luckily we get the ball away. The Neuer picks it up though, but luckily that's the end of the highlight. And not only is it the end of the highlight, it's the end of the first half. We are pretty much being dominated by Vitor, but in the last 15-20 minutes we've managed to come back a little bit. So let's try to build on that and not on the first half of the first half, so to say, because that was pretty terrible. So let's hope we can improve in the second half. Let's hope we can get at least one goal, because I do really want to get the 3 points. Maybe here Catrici with the throw in, but we lose it almost. But Malo it picks up the loose ball. Luckily, Catrici gets it back, gives it to Alami, who gives a long ball forward to Labo, who's one-on-one with the keeper. Can he do it? Brighton Labo. Oh, hits the side netting. That was so close. There was a huge chance, and I think he should have scored it. We've had 3 clear-cut chances, but we haven't scored a single one of them. And Labrovic here has the ball. 58 minutes played, almost an hour gone. Gives it to Catrici, gives it to Malo, back to the keeper. Very patiently, but patient play doesn't always give you goals, and it almost gave us a goal for Vitor. It almost gives us the goal to concede instead. So very dangerous. And they get a corner here, but that corner luckily amounts to nothing. An hour played, only half an hour to go. It doesn't look like anything's gonna happen, even though there's a pretty good amount of minutes left. So you can't really say anything yet, but it's just this match looks very boring, you know. It's not a lot of chances from either sides, and the chances that they do have are just wasted. Hilistad here has the ball. Maybe he can do something with it. He tries to go past his opponent, but he sees that he can't because there are 3 guys in front of him. Gives a long ball to Labo. Labo! Oh, another great save by the keeper. Another huge chance for Brighton Labo, and that was indeed our 4th clear-cut chance. Only 10 minutes left. I have to go more attacking because, as I said, I really do want to get the 3 points. Let's get Piris out for Juric, and let's get Alami out for Dragikeanu, and also Semyarski in for Brikeog. Yeah, let's try this. I mean, something has to happen, right? Let's go way more attacking, because the thing is, when we lose, we only lose 1 point, but if we manage to win this one, we gain 2 points, you know? So that's kind of the risk I'm willing to take for now, because we just have to get more points than 1. And luckily this was offside, because I thought that my tactic changes have immediately come back to haunt us, but luckily it hasn't. But still, only injury time to go, and nothing is gonna happen anymore. So we lose another 2 points, another draw, a 0-0 draw as well, which means that in the previous 9 matches we've only won 2, and maybe they can even score here, and they do. Vitor make it 1-0 in the 93rd minute. So disappointing. Even like we didn't have more shots, we had less shots, we had less possession, but we have twice as much clear-cut chances, and quite frankly we should have taken at least 1. And to not even score 1 of those chances, that's just unacceptable. And now you see we're in 5th place, and we are only one point behind the playoff places, but it's gonna be a very hard task to do if we don't start winning and if we don't start scoring. I mean, in the last few matches here, 0 goals, 2 goals, 0 goals. In the last 3 matches, we've only scored twice. That's just unacceptable. If you look at the beginning of the season, we played very well, and we scored 3 goals in a lot of games, and now we can't even seem to score 1. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do in the next couple of matches. The next time I'm gonna meet you guys is gonna be for the last game of the season against CS Craiova. That is, unless unless we're at the game against Dinamo or Vitorul, and that's the last game we need to be able to qualify for the European playoff places, you know. So if we're already trailing by so many points, but let's just not think about that. Let's just think that the next game I'm going to show you guys is this game against CS Craiova, the season decider. I mean, it's not going to be the decider for us for the championship, maybe it is for them, but especially not for us. But let's just hope we can push for those European playoff places, because I really do want to play in Europe next year. Not that I'm heartbroken if we don't, because that means that we got another season to build our team. but I really do wanna see how we fare in Europe, because I'm very excited about this save, and I do want to take Rapid Bucuresti to the top. So that means Europe has got to happen someday, and I want it to happen sooner rather than later, obviously. But that's going to be the end of the episode for now. Thank you guys for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Also, if you want to see more of this series and any other series in the future, please subscribe as well. It really means a lot to me. So thank you guys for watching again. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.